Hello, friends and lovers. Welcome back to Hades 2, and it's time for something different. I heard your complaints. You're bored of Slow Cooker, and I get it. I definitely get it. So, we got Aspect of Than for the axe. We're going to get this one going, and it's the big chop time. A couple people have been asking for this lately, and while we've done it in the past, we definitely haven't done it recently. Probably because I might kind of hate it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll change my tune. I've changed my tune before in builds like this, so let's give it a shot. I did use a mod to make sure that we actually get the hammer at the start of the run here. We're going to the surf. Here's my setup. I actually turned down Frenzy for once and turned up Hubris and Scars for this because I'm kind of concerned. I probably have to also get Demeter's Cast for this to be viable, for at least for myself as someone who's unpracticed here. Yeah, I definitely get it. I wanted to squeeze in as many of those slow cooker runs and fun experimentations to see big numbers from things that you wouldn't expect before it assumedly gets patched out. I mean, I guess it's possible it won't get fixed right away, and it does happen sometimes between these patches, but yeah, I definitely understand it. So we're going to be doing something different. Hell Splitter. Your attack has plus 300 power, but the 3-strike sequence becomes only the final chop. So there is some, like, tech with this thing. You can dash after starting the attack animation, but you definitely got to be, like, good at it. It's easy to accidentally do dash attacks all over the place, too. It should be noted. Very easy to kind of accidentally be doing attacks like that when you don't want to be. At least when I don't want to be. But the hope is just get a lot of attack speed. I mean, a second hammer, the one that, like, makes it hit twice, oh my god, would be amazing. Can we all agree? I'll take that, thank you very much. But that does require magic, or it's supposed to require magic, so I don't know. Relying on a second hammer combo here. Again, I've done it in the past, but I'm not really excited to get it going here. So we don't care about Slow Cooker. What do we care about? Attack speed. How do we get attack speed? Hermes. The Ares, I suppose. I should probably take half. Like I said, I really want Demeter. I don't see Poseidon doing really anything for us now. We have a decent percentage increase, but with plus 300 power, we still would like more. Extended family would not help us, but Aphrodite also has Shameless Attitude, so there is that. Duo boons, we certainly don't care about the Afro Poseidon duo boon here. Heartthrobs are tough. When you're not using magic explicitly, it's kind of tough to get a lot of use out of the duo. So we'll probably take Medea. We'll get Hef in the pool. We'll take Aphrodite, maybe some max health and things of that nature. And we'll see how she rolls here. Big chopping, baby. I mean, it certainly deals damage, but is the damage per second that good? This is nice, I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
Go, Rocky.
I'm not sure.
Appreciate the help.
I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a run where, you know, even if I wasn't saying we're not going to do Slow Cooker, it wouldn't be a great run for Slow Cooker, right? Because we have a lot of power already. For surezies. For shores. I'm definitely going to be looking for some safety from the Hefmeister here. Don't really want anything else besides that from him. Maybe I shouldn't have taken him first. Some core boons. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Heffy, my boy. So there's like Hera's Cast. That's about it. I don't really plan to ever touch the special. We do want Hermes eventually. I'm trying to think of what else we want. I mean, this is a case where you could just accept Glamour Gain. For sure. For sure. Here, I'll charge a spin here. Is the spin going to be better? I wonder. Boink. When I can actually get it going. So you can do a dash attack and get a spin popping off, I suppose. I would love to get the 2-hammer combo, but while we're in between patches like this, I would normally be willing to go through that grind to make sure we get the 2 hammers if I was streaming it. I don't know why that's when I'm okay for it, but they're being so nice today, aren't they? They're being so nice today. Might run out of magic at this rate, but whatever. Thank you very much, game. Thank you very, very much. I recently had a question that I thought would be fun to answer because I don't think I've really discussed it directly much, at least. Trying to think what else we want here. There's more Hef. Yeah, you could do that. I'm trying to think if we want any of their core boons. Nothing from Hef, nothing from Poseidon, that's for sure. Max health I wouldn't be upset about getting. I mean, you could take Hera just for origination on the cast. No, because I really want Demeter, methinks. I think I kind of need Demeter, personally. Because I stink. Because I stink. Someone asked me recently, it was actually directed towards Hades 2, but I don't think I have many answers for Hades 2, but, you know, what was the longest challenge? You know, what challenge took the longest to complete? In Hades 2, well, the truth is, if you go and watch me stream the game when I am actively streaming, that's my only comment right now, right? Ooh. Maybe we'll do that. Ooh, hell yeah. Fastchops.com. So we still want Hef. We just can't take a common. Maybe just roll to try to get, like, max health here. More Afro. Yeah, we could do more Afro. Again, I have to make sure it's not common, whatever I do take. Yeah, I'm going to skip Hera. All right, what words was I saying? The longest challenge. Hades 2, I mean, I'm constantly speedrunning the game if you do catch me streaming it, probably. That's mostly what I have fun doing if I'm going to be grinding anything. You know, these goofy runs, they're fun in their own way, but you run out of them, unfortunately, someday. Ooh, although I have no magic. And it's about to get a lot less, right? Actually, now's a good time. Does it count my primed magic or not? Let's find out. I think it does count the primed magic. Okay. All right. Oh, almost forgot about mint condition helping me out here. There we go. Lovely. I'll take it. Not common, not common, not common. Okay. We'll take her. I mean, there's Glamour Gain, which I'd probably prioritize. Otherwise, the dash and save the cast for Demeter. Unless I don't think I need it. I don't know, though. Uh-oh. No commons. No commons. Come on.
Sure, why not?
Passion Rush. Okay. That's something. That kind of works. And I'm not a big fan of the dash, but it'll probably help with origination sometimes at the minimum. If all goes according to plan.
There's something.
So yeah, I mean, anytime you see like a speedrun, it probably took, you know, like a dozen plus hours to get that one done. I don't know. It just really depends, really. It's because it's an evolution kind of thing. You get fast run. You keep beating your personal bests, you know, very quickly early on, and then they get further spaced apart the lower your time gets. Of course. She's back. Don't see how she really helps me here, other than origination. And I do want to wear Demeter's keepsake. Oh, wait, but I'm not going to wear Demeter's keepsake yet. But I do have to make sure I don't take a common if I do take something from her. We'll have to wait for Demeter. Okay, maybe we can try to get an early Orig. We can do Engagement Ring. How long is Hitch last? 8 seconds? That's a pretty long time. Okay, we can fill in the special. That's fine. So many epic boons, huh? So many. We're chopping out here, so I gotta throw down the special. I'm sure I'm gonna be great at that, right? And you're not gonna be very upset at me for constantly forgetting. Chop! Chop, chop! Woo! Forgive me while I keep failing to discuss what I was trying to discuss. Oh, no! Oh! Okay, longest achievements. Hades 2, the no-hit run, honestly, we did that within a few hours. I know, the no-hit runs, weirdly, you get to know the game, and you get to know, like, some of the tricks of the trade that the game has behind it. And I think it's just a daunting thing that you psych yourself out of the idea of doing, because it's also very stressful, too, right? To just make sure that doesn't happen. But then the actual reality is it's not that bad, you know? And I don't want to diminish anyone else's achievements or anything like that, but I guess, to be truthful, and it was the same thing in Hades 1, too, as well, I should say, where the number of attempts wasn't that high for a no-hit run, is the reality. It was much more in Hades 1, though, I will say. But what did take a long time, an extreme amount of time, at least for me, was getting the no-hit run with extreme measures 4 on in Hades 1. I think that took like a month of attempts. 25% faster with nimble limbs now. Let's go. I think it was like a solid month of doing mostly just that. I couldn't really tell you how many hours exactly, but oh my god, it felt like forever. It felt like forever. And again, extremely stressful, you know, because it all kind of came down to the final fight for the most part. That was by far the hardest part of the run, is making sure you didn't get hit during the Hades fight at the end there. That's probably not the thing that directly took me the longest, though, even still. I'm going to take the magic since we have Uncanny Fortitude, and maybe we'll get the second hammer that we want. Kind of thinking here. The thing that took me the longest, I think... Okay, so we don't care about rarity now. Nervous Wreck, huh? Wow, I haven't seen that in a while. It's via the dash, huh? Alright. Valve Hubris going off again. I wasn't trying to get it. I'm not super impressed by this legendary, to be honest. It's certainly not bad. I don't know if it's as impactful as it sounds, though, most of the time. You have to wait for the week to wear off. Yo, 3357, you see that? You see that, baby? So my one present-day claim to fame, across either of the games, really, Hades 1 and 2, is that I've still, I haven't checked in lately, honestly. But as far as I'm aware, I'm still the person who have completed the highest heat with aspect of Hestia in particular in Hades 1, which is 58. Now, it's possible someone's done 59 by now. It's also very realistic that someone else has done 58 at this junction as well, but that took, I couldn't tell you how long. Probably 100 plus hours, direct attempts of it, if I were to guess, but I'm not even sure. Stutter Step, huh? Remember, rarity does hurt me. Hasty Retreat is alright. I don't think we want Stutter Step. It doesn't seem necessary for us. Success rate. Could we get success rate? No, not right now. I'm trying to think of, like, what else we could possibly want here. Really nothing. There's, like, travel deal, I guess, but I'll just take that. That's fine. Yeah, sure, we'll take money. We'll take money. We certainly don't want Selene. Okay, get the chopping, baby. Faster. God, this mint condition feels so good. You gotta love mint condition. Oh, no. I think that's going to be the longest direct thing. There's a lot of things that indirectly took me a long time, but I didn't really do it. I wasn't really attempting it, like, directly back to back to back. I mean, like I said, I'm constantly speedrunning, or was speedrunning the games, right? And so you could say any one speedrun took me an extreme amount of time, I guess, in some ways. Would we take Glamour Gain now? Or does it potentially not good for Nervous Wreck? It's probably okay. I don't want Rapture Ring. Broken Resolve doesn't really help. Yeah. Wispy Wiles, huh? Heartbreaker's not going to come into any sort of use, probably. Wispy Wiles it is, I guess. Okay. You know, weirdly, what do we call them? Those Bridal Glow glitch runs, they're so time-consuming. It takes so much to set those up and to get them done, too. It's kind of crazy. For some of them, also, it's just like, even after you get it, it can be a bit tough. Not interested in Engagement Ring. Do we care about Ecstatic Obsession? Not usually a big fan of it. Nah, screw it. We're kind of just letting this build happen, so to speak. I've primed 126 magic. That's kind of crazy. Come on, guys. Supposed to be gathering around for me. Faster. Alright, now we gotta kill the charmed guy here. Mint condition +1. That's fine. More boons. I mean, one of the things that, you know, content creating allows me to do is just throw a lot of hours at doing any one thing, you know? You can kind of just do that, right? Common glamour game, just to make sure that we do apply weak to our enemies. It does mean weak doesn't fall off as much as you'd like. Weak usually lasts for 4 seconds, but if they remain within melee range, it never really falls off, is my understanding. Although I'm not really positive how that works. You inflict weak on nearby foes. Maybe it does just reapply itself on the 4th second like that. I don't really care about those 2 other boons.
Better.
Wispy Wiles goes up too, so there we go. I mean, this is certainly working. I'm still trying to decide if I really want Demeter or not. My instinct is still to play it safe and just go for it. Plus, there's not a lot of ways to add more damage to this already. We got some attack speed. More global damage bonuses would be nice. We have Shameless Attitude. What else could we hope for there? There's like single elimination from Ares. Probably something else I'm not thinking of here. We have Origination poppin'. I suppose there's Sweet Surrender. That will come about on its own, no doubt. Can't afford both. Let's buy this first. Nice. We got the attack for 15%. We'll take. Oh, no. We got Zeus. Ugh. We still don't want Storm Ring. Power Surge doesn't do anything. It is wind, at least, I guess. So, Divine Venge? Stack Shock would be bad. Okay. Wispy Wiles goes up. Big Chop.
You're in my way.
I'm trying to think of things that took a surprising amount of time, whether it was much shorter than expected or much longer than expected. Ooh, damn, girl. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to charge up one of these bad boys. Okay. Take it easy for a sec. No need to rush. Woo! Okay, ready. Start an attack. Dash. Up. Kind of sniped me. Oh, nice, juicy crit. All right, now we wait to see where she goes. Got her. With a little spin at the end. Hades 2. For Hades 2 in particular.
Get out of here.
Oh, gosh, I don't... Oh, a couple things that might be surprising. And actually, I think this comment was on the blindfolded run for Hades 1. And I know some of you are wondering when that's happening for Hades 2. And, yeah, about that. Yeah, we're just going to do Demeter. Sure. Like I said, there's not a whole lot else to aim for anyway. Here, I think. Blindfolded run for Hades 1. It took like a day of attempts. I had goofily attempted just like once at a time. If I recall correctly. Ooh, the second ham. All right, Demeter will come back. Come on, show me the good stuff, even though I have no magic. It'll just be funny, at least. It took about a day of attempts for the blindfolded run to come to fruition. Maybe in total, like, 10 hours. Whoa, Rapid Slash at least. Oh, we didn't get the Big Chop one, but Rapid Slash is cool, at least. We got something. Zeus. I guess we'll take Double Strike. It's more wind as well. I'm gonna take the... Why am I taking Max Magic? I didn't even get the thing. I don't know. Why am I taking Max Magic? Tally mistake for me. I think, like, in my head, I had already decided that I got the hammer that we really wanted, but what can you do? So the hammer I was looking for makes your final chop here strike twice, but it consumes 20 magic each time. So you need a lot of magic for it. So the truth is, it just wouldn't do that much.
I can do.
If you don't have enough magic, my understanding is that it just,
Chip away.
you just only get a single chop. So it's all gravy at least, you know, there's no downside as far as I can tell. Okay, I'm going to say we don't need the health. It seems like we're doing pretty well, huh? But yeah, the blindfolded run, weirdly not that hard since, you know, part of it was that I already played the game for thousands of hours when I finally attempted to do it. The other one is I guess, the drum kit one. That was like a handful of hours, like 4 or 5 hours of trying it. It just didn't turn out to be as... The hardest part was just setting it up, is the truth for that. Getting the, like, drums online and everything. Oh, you can't skip Dio. Don't worry, Demeter will come back. She'll come back. Yeah, those ones were surprisingly not as bad, I will say. Worry-free. This isn't even that good for us. Tipsy shot for goofiness? Probably not a good idea. It's generally not a good idea. Sip of the coffee. You could roll. I don't think there's a whole lot I really care about here, though, right? Happy Haze. In fog bonus damage. Is worry-free funny? Maybe it's funny. It does trigger hubris. I assumed that because these do count as boons, as far as I can tell. But, like, Hades boons, even though it does say boons literally on them, I think does not count. Corrosion on Sight is probably going to be one of our big damage dealers at the end of this run, by the way. Alright, you kind of got to listen to the hef. For mint condition. Damn, though, huh? Damn, though. I like that. It is possible that we've already hit some kind of hard or soft cap. I actually don't want to rarefy because I don't care about the damage. Although I don't care about the magic either, do I?
I accept this gift.
Do I? I'll take the magic in case we can goof ourselves into the hammer, though. I'll do the experimental hammer for the rest of us. You know? I didn't take Arctic Gale, right? I took Arctic Ring, right? I think so. I just realized we also have Nervous Wreck, right? So we are applying freeze on our own from that on occasion. Yeah, now that I think about it. It can't be that bad, right?
Taking this back.
Money. Okay, we do want to be activating the Huntress. I mean, it's 50% extra damage when we don't have full magic, so it's a good idea. I'm actually going to take the money over the palm, I think. Is that weird? Maybe it's weird. You just get offered so many ways to buy boons on the surface runs. Like Shrines of Hermes often have them and stuff like that. Wow. I'm trying to think of any other, like, big runs in Hades 2 that we've done. That took a long period of time. I don't know. I don't know if I can think of any that took, like, many attempts in particular. Martial art. That's not bad, actually. I'll take that. More rock, maybe, in our future. I guess I should skip the max magic nowadays. Boink, boink, boink. Boink, boink, boink. Hey. Quit blocking here. It made me want to ask what other people's, like, longest achievements were in any game, really. You know, like, what's the longest you spent getting something done, you know? I'm trying to think of outside of Hades, like, something that took me a long time. I mean, when I was a kid, the amount of time I spent on a game like Final Fantasy X to complete the arena, it was enormous for me, you know, an age 13-year-old, you know, actually spending that long and dedicating to one game. It didn't feel that normal, I guess, in some ways. Secret Crush for +7. It's just not really worth it, right? Although if I'm just priming magic, I guess that also doesn't matter. I was hoping for Sweet Surrender, I guess. Doesn't seem like the magic's gonna matter. We'll see, though. What do we got? More Aphrodite. Maw. Let's see. Shameless Attitude. Extra 4%. Okay. This time, Sweet Surrender will be here. Yay! More percentage. You really don't need any more power here. Well, I mean, you could always use some more, but I think it's percentage is really all you're going to want. Just giving me an opportunity to just pound them here. Maybe the backstab would be nice, huh? I'm kind of just spending magic to make sure that we're not at full here. Woo, 4,600. Let's go, baby. Got him. I got some magic back, though. Uh-oh. I think I kind of forgot. Yeah, I did forget. I realized for a second I didn't say it out loud. I'm doomed. Chop him! Got him, baby! It's pretty good. It's okay, but you need a way to kind of just stop yourself from getting murdered
Saw that coming.
from enemies coming at you, it feels. That's where, like, the Demeter cast comes in and mint condition. Those two boons alone are just super strong defensives. And if you're struggling to beat the game, you should pretty much just always be aiming to have those two things and then just sources of damage after that. Or maybe before that, you know, and then you get the defensives as you go. All right, let's do it.
All right.
What do you got? Giga Cleaver. Oh, that's too bad, huh? Omega Special. No dice for us. No money in these pots. We needed 125. Too bad, huh? All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Boop. Bum, bum, bum. Outside of Hades, any, like, elongated achievements for me? I mean, I love Balatro, and I've played a lot of Balatro. And just getting, like, gold stake done with everything was a grind. You know, most of the decks are reasonable, but there's a couple that took, like, a pretty long time. But just having to do that many runs at all is kind of an effort, to say the least. It's probably just Arctic Gale. Oh, wait, I should have taken the rock. Tally a mistake. Probably should have just taken the rock. We can take wind from Zeus if we so want. There's not a whole lot we want from him, though. Not that I can think of. Boink. Boink. Kind of charging up a spin here. Come on, slow him down, Demeter. Dash behind. Dash behind. Man, turning off Frenzy is like a different game here. Turning off Frenzy feels like a totally different game almost.
Remember that.
Thank you. Special. It looks like it's Shameless Shatitude again. This wound up being pretty easy going, and I was worried that, you know, I'd get it, but I end up getting myself killed. Because it feels like the kind of thing that you gotta practice a little bit with, to be honest. Be pretty good at using this particular axe very well. Hera, Hera, Hera. She has uncommon grace, but I have commons, so she won't give it to us.
Why not?
Lehef. He has some defensives, but I don't know if I care. Not Selene. Boink. Boink. Get it. Chop it. Come on, give me a crit. Show me crits. Come on. Chop him. Ho ho. It's fun. It is fun, I'll give it that. Now imagine if it was hitting twice every time. You'd need crazy amounts of magic though, right?
My authority.
A
You
bit
with me,
late for steady growth. It's a little late for all these things. Is there anything else she could even give? Cold storage, I guess. Oh, or Snow Queen actually was okay. We can just leave. We don't have any infusion. Well, actually, we do have infusion. I lied. I'm sure we'll be fine, right? Zeus. 125, 150. That's a lot of Zeus. Air quality. It might hit Arctic Ring, but we have some global damage bonuses, so it also might not. Air quality gets brought up a lot. The truth is, it's not really worth investing your time, energy, or anything thinking about trying to make it work well. Like, here's a combination where it does work well with, like, Static Shock, right? So I guess if you already have a common Static Shock in your build and you feel like you're relying on it a lot and you happen to get offered air quality, it's like, I guess you take it. But that's like one of the bare few instances where it might actually be worthwhile. Otherwise, it's really not worth considering, I'm afraid. It's just too low of a number. A damage floor of 30 is just too low. But I do hate the rest of these boons, so
That was my boon.
that actively make my build worse in some ways. You know, like I really don't want lightning lance. Okay. I'm sure we'll be fine, right? Not being able to see our health and all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's chop them up, baby. Father. Chopping. We're chopping. We're chopping. Let's spend some magic. Mid condition is falling off. We got him phased before that, though. Damn, you hit me. Come on, hit it. Ooh, 4,000. Oh, man. Without the frenzy, this is fantastic. Why don't I play like this more often, you know? Okay. I know I don't have the Huntress on that often, but... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2607. What's causing the lower numbers all of a sudden sometimes? I think, you know what's weird there? I think it might consider us not close enough for the Aphrodite attack boon. Because notice how we're dealing like 1,300 per chop now, and we're only dealing like 700. There's something weird with Typhon and how they kind of calculate the distance there, especially with the tongue. The way his whole hitbox works is kind of funky and probably not particularly fair. Maybe I could have positioned myself so that I was closer to his head or something when bonking the tongue. And maybe I'm just kind of being picky, but it feels like you should get the bonus for being near the target they want me to hit, right? There we go. Finishing off with a lot of complaining. There we go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, a lot of people always bring up, I mean, that's sort of what we like to do as players, is to find something or take something that we don't like or is considered bad, whether by ourselves, our friends, or the community, or whatever, and try to find a place for it, try to make it work, try to make it good, right? I don't think air quality, I don't think there's a place for it. I'm bringing this up a lot because I guess I was reading through the subreddit and found some people discussing it. And sadly, I don't think it works. All right, Hell Splitter. There we go. There's our big chop-a-dop run. Now, imagine if we could have doubled that attack, those attacks, right? But it would have required magic for it. But nevertheless, that would have been nice. But what can you do? I probably would have started choosing a little bit differently if we had gotten it. And even Glamour Gain kind of works, but it's just probably too slow to really keep up. It would have worked because you're never channeling at least, so you would be constantly getting magic back. But that was a fun little run, right? Wasn't it? Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. We are on the cusp of the next update, so I don't know how many more Warsong videos we have left in our forefront. But yeah, I'll keep you posted if I have any more news, and I'm sure you're going to see me post about the update as soon as it hits. I promise you that. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in another one.